Not the TV guide.
Not the TV guide.
Not the TV guide.
Amanda,
Andy,
what are we doing today?
we're doing not the TV guide, which is still technically episode 15, but part 3.
Yeah, or part C, yeah, because there's been a gap here. So, why has there been a gap, Grant?
You wouldn't let me talk last time. I've got all my shows I want to talk about.
Get back in your box.
Yeah, get back in your box, right? So, and Beth,
Yeah.
now, what are we going to start off with today, then? We're going to have a nice rant about Doctor Who, do you reckon?
We can have a good rant about Doctor Who. I'm sure no one will ever tire of it, so we might as well.
Exactly, yeah. Now, we just said before, Grant, you were telling us off camera before, and I've had heard a similar story, actually. You're you're leaving do for your works, weren't you? Your now old job on Wednesday, and what happened?
Oh yeah, I met my friend's fiance. I've never met before, and he's a massive Doctor Who fan. So I didn't know that. So we just went on to the new series, and then the venom just flowed. It was like an hour went past. We were just absolutely ripping it to shreds in the last series, and he was going back saying like even Jodie Whittaker was awful. Going all back there saying he was like saying it's not been good since Matt Smith, and I was kind of saying I've still liked a few episodes since then, but no, it's been bad for a long time. And we were like we just went in a real deep dive about it. Also, we're like, where are the Daleks? Bring them back. Like, no.
Oh, no, you made me laugh just off camera before, Beth, because you were going on about Star Trek, weren't you? You've been into a discussion with somebody. Obviously, people wondering, Beth is also a Star Trek journalist, so there always will be Star Trek with Beth in this. But you were saying you've been in a discussion with some people like the new season of Star Trek, weren't you?
Yeah, so right, for context, every time I post an article, because I write articles about Star Trek, the latest series of Strange New Worlds is airing at the moment. Well, it's just finished. The finale's just been yesterday. So I've been doing like kind of review articles as it's gone along, and every time I post an article, I just get like a flurry in the comments. Whatever I say about the episode, I just get a flurry of comments in the comment section going, "It's awful. These people don't know what Star Trek's meant to be. Yada yada yada." Like all of this, and it's like no matter what I say about the episode, even if I criticize it, there'll still be a load of people going, "It was shite," or all of this. And I'm just there thinking, guys, it was fine. You know, like you don't know how lucky you are. Like, try being a Doctor Who fan. It was fine. Like, count yourself lucky.
Amanda, on a more positive note, do you want to give Grant some good news about John Cena? Which I don't know if he knows.
Oh, it's going to be at Liverpool Comic Con.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, my friend was excited for that actually.
Are you going to go? Are you going to go, Beth? Then yeah.
I haven't actually looked what date it is, but
It's
if I can make
middle
it,
of
then
November sometime.
Right.
I've forgotten the exact date.
Yeah, we're skint with me changing jobs.
Yeah,
and
we can't go.
Amanda's not got enough money for it. So next year, maybe.
If I was going,
Can you not
I'd
sell a kidney, Amanda?
Not sell a kidney yet. Yeah, I've got. Listen, if Jensen Eccles gets announced last minute, Grant, you do realise it's going to be not the TV guy take over at the Liverpool Comic Con.
Yeah.
Me and you were holding the coats to these two young ladies here, and then both sat there waving at Jensen.
Yeah, we'll be trying to interview them for the podcast.
Yeah.
Even though this is an interview podcast.
Even that, we'll send our intrepid reporter Grant Kernow in to interview Jensen Eccles.
I expect knowledge on Supernatural.
Oh, well, before we start,
I met Jensen and Jared at a Comic Con before, and me and my friend went when we met Jared. I went as Cass, and my friend went as Dean, and we met Jared who plays Sam. So we were like the threesome. And as we walked in, because we were like in the full costume, Jared was like to me and my friend, "Oh, I like what's going on here." So
brilliant.
I've got a nice picture of like the three of us being the trio.
Brilliant. Oh. Now, obviously, first we're going to talk about today briefly, as people are wondering, we have watched, well, three of us have watched the full season now of Countdown, Jensen Eccles' recent concluded Amazon show. Grant, what did you think to the end of episode 13 of Countdown?
I heard it was really good.
Yeah. Anyway.
People have been lying to you.
They've been telling a couple of fibs there. So now, obviously, before I say what I'm going to say, is Beth, you're probably a little bit more diplomatic about it, and I'm going to be. So, how did you think about the ending of it? Seriously.
I mean, I just thought it was a bit of an odd series because I just assumed that it was going to have like one overarching storyline for the whole series because there was the same storyline for like a good
10
like 10
episodes.
episodes, and then
Yeah.
like there was randomly another storyline introduced kind of like 3/4 of the way through the series, and they haven't really got very far with that storyline, and now the series has ended, and it ended on like the cliffhanger of like one of the main gang about to get shot by this guy that they're investigating, or potentially get shot by this guy they're investigating. And it was just a bit of a weird kind of like I didn't know what to make of it really. I didn't think it was like a terrible ending, I guess, but it was just kind of like, why would you, if you're not certain that you're going to get another series, why would you end it like that with like nothing wrapped up? Like, because I know series do sometimes end on a cliffhanger, even if they're not certain that they're going to get another series, but they do, even though they've still got things to kind of wrap up, they tend to kind of leave it on like a relatively good note. So there's still a little bit of a cliffhanger, but you could kind of leave it there if you wanted to, and then they either get another series or they don't. But like this one, it's kind of like, if they don't get another series, then it's just a terrible ending because it's like they've not wrapped anything up. It's completely kind of open-ended. Like nothing's really been put into place, and it would be an awful way for it to end if it ended like that.
Amanda, I'm going to ask your thoughts, and I've heard a rumor on this as well. So, Amanda, what do you think? What Beth said then?
Yeah, I think they could have just ended it at episode 10 and just had it as like a one-off series because I don't know if people are going to come back and watch it, and I don't even know if I want to watch it if they bring a second season out.
I won't because I thought it was appalling ending to it. I didn't think much of the series anyway. So, but yeah, both dead right now. The talk I heard was obviously Beth, you're the journalist among us, the Doctor Who journalist. You heard about the obviously the Billy Piper thing being a last minute introduction. For Doctor Who, they bought it as a teaser, didn't they? All that for Disney to try and keep them on.
Yeah.
I've heard they've done the same with this. They had the second season nearly wrote, and they thought themselves, we've got the first season done, first 10 episodes done quicker than expected. Let's do the next 3 as a teaser to try and get Prime to renew us.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, well, it's a tactic, I guess, but a bit of a risky tactic.
Yeah, true. I'm considering it, but you think about it, Jensen Ackles is now he's gone into pre-production on Soldier Boy at the moment for the boys.
Oh,
I think he's going to be that's going to be his next project anyway. And if that's the case, then it's going to be at least a year if he gets onto Countdown Season 2, if it even happens. Because the rumours going around about him coming in some forthcoming DC projects as well as Batman. Don't know what.
that rumor, yeah.
Rumor. The one I heard was, obviously it's been announced Superman 2, hasn't it? Man of Tomorrow of 2027.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Which I'm really pleased over, actually. I thought it was a fairly good. And Amanda, have you heard the big rumor who's coming in that?
Oh, I haven't.
There's a rumor been going around, there's been a scene filmed with Peacemaker meeting Batman. Jensen Ackles meeting John Cena. Beth, are you on board, Beth?
I mean, I don't see why not.
So yeah,
Go
that's what's gone round anyway. But you're right. Let's move on. Be positive. Now, I found this next bit by chance, and Beth, I forgot to send it to Beth, but I'll send it to Beth later because it's worth watching. When the Predator film came out back in 2018, a little extra film got done, an animated one called Predator versus Father Christmas. And I was aware of it after watching Killer of Killers, the recent animated Predator film, which I'm not going to review, but it was good. Called Predator versus Father Christmas. Now, Amanda, Tell everybody here first of all what you thought when you watched that. You watched that in the early hours in the morning, didn't you?
Yeah. So you sent it to me with no context, and I watched it thinking, oh, this is like a trailer for a short 30-minute film. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'd watch
Hmm.
this. And then when you got up, you told me that was it. So I think we should petition them to actually make a 30-minute film of
Yeah.
it because I would watch it.
Yeah. All it basically was, Beth, it was it's basically, and grant them right, it's like South Park, wasn't it? With Predator. With someone like Cartman running around who Kim getting basically trying to kill a predator, but he knocks out about five of the reindeer, and the reindeer are coming out with machine guns. It's absolutely I've never seen anything like it. So, but Grant, what did you think to it, honestly? I know you've watched it, mate.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I
you
was too
coward.
busy. I was too busy for 3 minutes to watch it.
I thought you were joking telling me you say it's dark, and I thought, oh, he's watched it, right?
No,
Like,
I will watch it after this. Sorry, I didn't know.
yeah.
I didn't know it was official. I thought it was some random kid had done a YouTube video or something, and I was like, I'm not going to watch that. But no, I'll give it a go. I'll watch it after the.
Yeah, guys,
After
watch it. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
It
right
sounds
then,
fun.
listen, I'm going to make you work now, Grant. Obviously, we've seen last episode we'd watched. Was it the first episode of The Peacemaker? I think it was, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, we
There's
had
been another
yeah.
two on since. And Grant, I will let you talk about that. Make you work for once instead of sitting there taking the piss.
Oh, I've been absolutely loving it. I think it's been amazing so far. Good to start seeing. I've loved the whole storyline with kind of a parallel world that John Cena, that Peacemaker's got his he's got his kind of better reality out there, better dimension. Like
Yeah.
when he goes out there and what really made me laugh was like everyone was like that kid was kind of hyperventilating when they saw him, and then that woman got her tits out for him.
Yeah, this one, for context of Beth, as I watched the series, was he was in a sort of alternative universe, and the other one he was hated. And this is the current episode, this. And he basically went and slaughtered this gang, and it was bloody violent, it was.
Oh yeah,
And everyone was
really
applauding him for killing his criminals on violently.
Yeah.
When in the other
They
world,
put
that main
two
world,
pencils in that
yeah.
guy's ears,
Yeah.
didn't it, and killed him with his brain. That was just horrible. Yeah, but yeah, it was just it was incredible action sequence. But yeah, no, I've been really loving it. I love eagerly taking on all the.
Hang on,
Yeah.
Amanda, what did you like eagerly in the last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I especially liked it when that guy had bird blindness. He thought,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what you're missing, Beth. There's a bloke in this. I've never heard this before. Thought an eagle was a duck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which it shouldn't work.
It's just so silly that it was funny.
Yeah, he's got bird blindness, and then I saw James Gunn online who was tweeting like, "Yeah, please be respectful to his condition," and all that in the comments. Whatever. But then they made me think. I actually googled it, and it came up the AI on Google went, "Bird blindness is not a real condition." Like that. I was getting like, you convinced me that it was, but no, it's just really funny when he was just because they've done that gag now for 2 episodes, just going about where's that. Anytime he sees a bird, he's like doesn't know what's going on, and it's like, what's that duck doing?
It was absolutely just it was surreal. But it was a really funny guy.
But that guy, that actor's really funny, Tim Meadows, who playing him. He's playing that. He's playing the Birdminders FBI guy. Yeah, he was in like Mean Girls, and
oh right,
he's in an SNL a few times. He's really, really funny. I really like him. He's really funny.
yeah.
I like the way he's saying.
It has been a
I like
very
the way
well. It's been a very eye-opening series, but yeah, I'd agree.
Oh
with
yeah.
that.
So I like the way he gave them all nicknames in his team, and he called one of them Titties. I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there's not many programs that have got away with that.
yeah, it's really funny when he said that.
Yeah.
It was so offensive. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, that really made me tickle.
It
But it's been really good. I've loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too as well. I know you've enjoyed it, Amanda. Because Beth, it kind of says it all, but let me tell you this in context here. Amanda has been calling Wednesday night is Jensen and Countdown for the full of the run. Then she wouldn't watch on the finale, maybe watch 2 nights later. She said, I want to watch Cena. And I said, Amanda, what did you tell me then? No more Jensen on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So because she's obviously gone off Jensen now and gone to Cena.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So, brother, otherwise, yeah, last bit of thing I want to talk about briefly is for you, Beth, actually. You've watched a bit of Educating Yorkshire, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've watched the first episode and a bit. I don't know why I'm doing it to myself really, because I'm in school all day, every day anyway, because I'm on a teacher training course. So I don't know why I'm
Oh yeah. Oh
torturing
no.
myself with more classroom antics in the evenings, but it's quite entertaining. It's yeah, it's a good show. It's they've gone back to um the same school that they did for the previous Educating Yorkshire. So don't know if people remember that. I think it was like 10 years ago now. It was in like 2015, I think, and they when they first did Educating Yorkshire, they've gone back to the same school, and one of the teachers that they followed in the first series has had a promotion, and he's now head teacher of the school, and he's a really inspirational teacher. He was the one who do you remember the it was like a really famous like moment in the show. Do you remember the boy who had a stammer and the teacher who helped him overcome the stammer by getting him to listen to music? It
Oh
was a
yeah.
really
Yeah.
like powerful moment in
Vaguely
the
remember, yeah.
yeah in the first series, and it's that teacher who's now become head teacher, and it's really interesting as well because it's kind of showing even like the difference between now and then, kind of the impact that technology is having in schools, and like the fact that they're struggling to figure out if students have used ChatGPT to help them write an essay, because basically they can't really prove it, and the likelihood is that I think there was a student that they were pretty sure had used ChatGPT to write their essay because they'd kind of, the standard of their work had improved, and there was no kind of spelling, punctuation and grammar issues, and it was kind of obvious that something was off, and but they couldn't really prove it, and that they asked the student and they're like, no, it's my own work, and it's like, issues like that they're now facing, that they're sort of
Yeah.
having to figure out how to overcome. So it's quite interesting to see how technology is impacting on schools, and like the difference in the sort of environment in schools even between like now and then, and it's got a really sort of interesting range of students. So yeah, if you like sort of reality TV documentary style things, and you're kind of interested in the future of tomorrow, then it's a good one to watch. Yeah.
Amanda, did you say you watched the original series of this? Am I
Yeah, I
imagining
did.
things?
Things were a lot different then. We had like phones and internet and social media and stuff, but like Beth says, there's like ChatGPT now.
Hmm.
I saw the poster. It's not a series I know much about this one at all. I've seen the poster for this one, and I showed it to you last night, Amanda. Then it makes the young ladies in the front of it looking like they're all walking around with knuckle dusters. But did you say Dewsbury where it's from, Amanda, with the school set? You say you roughly knew where it was as well.
I didn't really go to Dewsbury that often, but I do know where it is. It's not that far from Bradford on the bus.
But it's not, I don't know, totally honest. But no, it sounds interesting, Beth, actually. If we get a
Mm.
chance here, now we're on the countdown out, I might have to go and tell Amanda to go and watch stuff countdown to some other sort of grittiness. So,
Yeah. No,
definitely.
it's a good show. I think it's kind of like, as like, it obviously it's kind of reality TV, but it's more like documentary, and I think as those kind of programs go, it's a sort of worthwhile one to watch. It's kind of it's quite interesting because I don't think people realize the full extent of what schools do for their students, and how hard teachers work for their students. I mean, I'm seeing it being in schools at the moment. I kind of had an inkling, but I didn't really understand the full scope of what teachers do on a daily basis. And it is basically like they're kind of social workers as well, and it's there's some really wonderful people out there doing amazing things to kind of try and basically help ensure that we've got a happy, healthy next generation. It's such a worthwhile thing. So it's a really interesting program because I don't think people realize how tough schools fit sometimes.
Yeah, I think I agree with that completely. So, fascinating indeed. So, noted. Anyway, right, let's get on to the official programs for this episode. Anyway, we've got a few to go through tonight. Grant, are you ready to start us off?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
What am I talking about?
I don't know. Listen, should we talk about? I don't know. Amanda, give us some random program we can talk about, right? That he's not watched. I've got Supernatural season 15, right? So that's off.
Yeah, tell us about Dexter.
No.
No, seriously, Grant. I know you've watched Creature Commandos, haven't you?
I have, yes. I saw that quite a while ago now. Yeah, it's so it was on I started watching it just before Superman came out, so I was halfway through it. This is actually the first official DCU product. In fact, it was released. It came out in America about a year ago, but it only came out on the UK a couple of months ago. So yeah, it's an animated show from James Gunn. He wrote all 7 episodes of it. But it's really, really good because it's all about a team. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Andy, have you heard of Creature Commandos?
I have, yeah. It's one of the more obscure ones, but James Gunn is known for his liking of obscure stuff, quirky stuff, and I don't say it's well. I should have watched it, and it's just been too bloody busy. So, people know what is the Creature Commandos then?
Yeah, so basically, in the Suicide Squad film, you had Amanda Waller had that team, didn't she? I think it was called Operation X or something like that, wasn't it? That X Force or whatever. They went out, that were the Suicide Squad. But then they have this actual other team that are hidden in Bellevue in this other prison, and they're all like non-human. It's like a non-human team. So it's got like a robot called GI Robot who's programmed to Nazis in World War II, and he still wants to kill Nazis now. So it's so he's pretty funny. And then you've got the wife of Frankenstein. You've got like a mermaid creature. You've got Weasel from the Suicide Squad. He's in there. Do you remember the Weasel character, like the dog character from there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
So he's in it. Yeah, so it's all like who else is another? Oh yeah, there's like Dr. Phosphorus. I think he's a DC Batman villain.
Yeah,
he's pretty cool. So, but it's got characters from like previous DC films. You've got like Economos from Peacemaker. You've got Amanda Waller in it. You've got Rick Flag Senior from Peacemaker season 2. He's in it. So it kind of does lead into a bit of Peacemaker as well, because it's kind of like their next mission after the Suicide Squad or whatever it was. Yeah. Yeah, it was really, really good because every episode is basically they're on a mission to save a princess in, I can't remember, it was a fictional country, but it's kind of like Romania, kind of an Eastern European country, and they've got a princess there, but they're being targeted by the sons of Themyscira, so it's kind of like a toxic male group that they don't understand why there's no men on Themyscira. They're like, brilliant. And they're trying to like take over this town or whatever. So yeah, they send the creatures over there, but no, it's very violent. It's James Gunn style humor. There's lots of quite sexual content in it as well, so it's very, very mature program. But
so it's not for fans of Superman then, basically. It's more for fans of Peacemaker.
It's more of a Peacemaker kind of show. But
awesome.
Yeah, but with animation, it does some really cool stuff with it, and but with the Weasel storyline, you get to hear his backstory. Honestly, it was one of the most saddest things I've ever watched. It was really heartbreaking how he ended up being arrested and being the Suicide Squad. Yeah, what happened to him is just so horrible. It's like it was really hard to watch. Yeah, it's really honestly, you have to watch it. It's really, really good.
Was it dark, Grant?
It was extremely dark. I was watching it going, "Oh my god, I can't believe what I'm watching." It was like, yeah, it's really. I mean, that's something because it was in animation. It would have been horrible watching it in live action. Yeah, it was just yeah. But no, yeah, it was really sad. It was really harrowing. Yeah, but yeah. Because I just texted my friend. My friend said it was heartbreaking, and I texted him after saying, "Oh my god, that was horrible." And even James Gunn said when he wrote that, he said he was like the saddest thing he's ever written. He said, "Yeah, it was really bad." But yeah, so like, yeah, it's a real tragic story. So you do feel for these characters, so you do get to know them really well, and it's a good team. I'd like to see them in live action. I think because I think they're a really cool bunch. And
who knows?
Yeah, so they're all like kind of because the wife of Frankenstein. When Frankenstein turns up, and he's played by David Harbour, from Stranger Things, so he's really good in it.
Oh, wow, it doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me that. So cool.
Yeah, it's
Now,
really good casting. Yeah,
Beth
so
or Grant, is there anything you want to ask Grant about this random mishmash of a program?
Who's your favourite character?
probably GI Robot. I love the robot. Yeah,
Oh, we know you like robots, don't you? So, Amanda, is there anything you want to ask Grant?
No, I'm okay.
Right. Well, last question I've got to ask you, Grant, 'cause I've not read up on this at all, to be honest. I've been lazy tonight. Do you think there'll be a season 2 of it?
Yeah, there is apparently. Yeah, but I think James Gunn's not going to write it all apparently because he's busy with
he's got to sleep,
Studio,
hasn't he?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he's going to. Yeah, but it's interesting. The opening credits, there's actually an animated James Gunn on his laptop, and it says written by. He comes on, so he's got his white hair, and he's like writing it. That was quite cool, actually. Yeah. So, but no, yeah, it was excellent. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really, really good. Better than I thought it would be. Yeah.
Cool. What mark are you going to give it? Oh, sorry.
I'll give it about 8.5. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Brilliant, mate. Good start. Right, let's see if we keep this positivity going.
Yeah.
Next program we're going to talk about, and Grant can ask us all these hack questions in a minute in reverse now, is Dexter Resurrection.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I'll read out what I've got here. This is obviously a sequel series to Dexter New Blood and the original Dexter. Dexter and Morgan awakes from a coma and sets off in New York City, determined to find Harrison and make things right. But when Miami's Metro Angel Batista arrives with questions, Dexter realizes his past is catching up with him fast. Now, I could go straight into Beth this, but it's the first thing you watched, Dexter, Beth. So I'm going to ask Amanda first here. Amanda, what did you think of this series?
I have to be careful because Beth's not seen the last episode.
Oh, yes, we do need to stay in this before we forget.
Yeah.
We will not be talking about episode number 10. I think it's number 10, wasn't it? Yeah, the last one, because Beth's going to watch it for half an hour after you finish recording this. So, Amanda.
I can say that I enjoyed it, and I don't see any other way it could have gone. That's basically all I can say without giving anything away.
Yeah. Amanda, tell me about the casting in it. How do you feel about the casting?
Yeah, it was really good. I think it's probably the best cast I've seen in the Dexter series.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Before I asked Beth what's her opinion, and I knew we are like this now. Commando's been with Dexter's. You been this right at the beginning, haven't you? So we've got new Dexter fan, old Dexter fan, and me's only seen a couple of seasons on it. I've got to say, give kudos straight away to some of the guest casting, because I absolutely loved Kirsten Ritter as Mia LePerrier, Lady Vengeance. And also, I thought Neil Patrick Harris in the one episode he was in as Lovell, the tattoo collector. Both of them were outstanding guest stars who were really, really added something to it. So, Beth.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris is just like so good. He just is great in everything he's in. I love him. But I actually was so pleasantly surprised by this series because like when we said we were probably going to watch it for the podcast and I decided to give it a go, I was kind of going into it pretty blind. I haven't actually watched any of the other Dexters and I vaguely knew what it was about and I was thinking, I'm sure it'll be good, but I don't think it will really be my thing, just a show about a serial killer kind of thing. I didn't really go in with like any particular expectations and I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. And this has been my favorite thing that I've watched in a while. It's so good. It's an absolutely brilliant series.
Probably me as well, this one. I thought it really was a good series, this.
Yeah, I was just like so pleasantly surprised because I just think it's a relatively simple concept, I guess, but like when you think about the concept, it's actually just so funny. Like, a serial killer that only kills other serial killers and then he infiltrates a serial killer support group like Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah.
It's the best premise.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Like I love the premise and I just thought, as you were saying, like all of the cast was so good. And it's like just the plot twists are just great and like the humor is like I love the kind of like inner monologue and like I I was expecting it to get a bit sort of like cliche after a while, but it really makes me laugh, like hearing Dexter's inner monologue and some of the one-liners that he comes out with. It's just really funny. My parents have been loving it as well. We've been watching it together, and it's been a while since we've like found a show that we all enjoy, and it's actually like we're all really enjoying it. So
Yeah, well, you can tell them from me afterwards saying there is a treat coming on the 10th episode. Definitely, because it's, I'll want to talk about a bit more about the casting. I can reveal for you, Beth, yeah, I'll give you two little spoilers, not major. You've got to pay attention on this 10th episode and was watching it. Do you agree with me, Amanda? Because it is, you were saying to me, like, you have to really, because there's a lot going on. I mean, did you say, Amanda, there's a lot of moving parts, like you're saying? Yeah. And there's a gorgeous big boat Dexter's on as well. Oh,
okay.
And there's no spoilers in it because I don't want to say it, but I remember you telling me, Mandy, what did you think to that boat he ended at one point?
Yeah. I'm not saying anything.
Well, Amanda said the boat was bigger than the apartment we live in. That's how big the boat was. It's gorgeous. Whoever they rented that off must have cost them some money. Now, I
could happily go live on that boat, to be honest.
I've got to give some credits out in the casting because Peter Dinklage as Leon Prater, the main baddie. Oh, he was chomping at the heels on this. This role. On it, Mandy, what did you think with that? We were right with that. He was so good, wasn't
he? Yeah.
He's one of these.
I've seen some. I can't tell you what they are without giving you spoilers, but I can hint at it. I've seen some memes going around from Game of Thrones characters saying stuff about him as his character, because obviously they were all in the same show together.
He's a rare sort of
actor. All I can say.
He's a rare sort of actor because I think of Stephen Graham when I see him. Because Stephen Graham's not a particularly tall actor, but I'll ask Beth his opinion on this because you've probably seen Stephen Graham stuff. He's like actors sometimes if they're not having massive to have screen presence, and he stood out to me in this program because he was only small, but he had something, didn't he? What do you think, Beth, of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone can have stage presence. It's like not necessarily to do with like physical size. It's just something in like a person's gravitas and like the way that they inhabit the room. I mean, that's why hate to use the example, but that's why Matt Smith worked in Doctor Who, because when he was first cast as the Doctor, people were a bit like, oh, I'm not sure, he's a bit weedy, he's a bit, he's got a bit of a baby face. I'm not sure whether he's going to have like the gravitas to be the Doctor, in the same way that Christopher Eccleston did, or Peter Capaldi did, who's a bit sort of rugged looking, or even David Tennant was kind of a bit of a Shakespearean actor, so he kind of had that presence. And I think people were a bit doubtful about Matt Smith at first, but then he just had this way of kind of, when he had these moments of darkness, he really sort of like, even though he only looked young, he just seemed like ancient. And I think like Peter Dinklage really had like a similar thing going on in Dexter, that you just kind of like, he just commanded the room and you just kind of really felt that power, which I think is really impressive. I think it's a real skill that not everyone can do. So
yeah, no, agreed completely with it. But honestly, Grant, you'd love this series. It was dark, but it was funny as well. Manda, is there anything you want to say about Uma Thurman's character casting in this?
She was just really good in her.
Yeah,
I can't say much because.
Yeah, she played people under Charlie's Prater's right hand and head of security. She really it's the first time I've really seen her. A good long while. I can't think of much I've seen her in since Kill Bill, and that's 20 odd years ago. It could have almost been like say what Kill Bill, her character in Kill Bill could have been 20 odd years later, really. But it was really, really good. So, Amanda, is there anything else you want to add about this?
No, I'm looking forward to the next season.
Me too as well. And Beth, before I give you both news about it, is there anything you want to add extra about this, Beth?
About Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter.
I just thought it was quite I mean, like the humor, as we were saying, like the humor is just on point. I wasn't expecting to find it as funny as I did. But I also think it's just like there's just something quite like cathartic about it, because obviously he's doing technically the wrong thing by you could argue that he's not any better than any of the serial killers that he bumps off by killing them, because he's still a killer. But there is just there's just something very kind of almost like noble in his pursuit. If I don't know if that even makes sense. I think it's almost like, more than like any other kind of like superhero type figure, it kind of feels like you could do that, and like it's not that people would, but it kind of feels almost like more realistic as a kind of like vigilante type figure. And I like the fact that they're kind of like towing the line between sort of, what's it's sort of a morally grey area. It's a very interesting kind of like morally grey, like, yeah, it's just I like the way they kind of like make you reassess what's good and evil. It's an interesting line that they're walking.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. The news I've heard is, both you two, I don't think you both know this, was they did obviously a prequel series right at the start of the year, Beth, and Amanda really liked the prequel series with Patrick Gibson in it, who's been like confirmed as been the first James Bond for Amazon in something project coming up. But apparently Amazon are really interested in him coming back for a second season now of the prequel for Dexter. So, and there's been a fairly hefty petition gone round about this as well, there has. So, and they want to be another spin-off as well, and possibly two. There's a rumour going that Kirsten Ritter's getting a spin-off series from this as well, and top of somebody else. So there's plenty going on. So wait and see. But I'm looking forward to season 2. I thought it was fantastic, this. So, right, Beth, what are you going to give this out of 10?
I am actually going to give it a 10 out of 10. I can't really fault it. It's been my favourite thing that I've watched in a long time.
I'm going to have to be the same.
Because you watch too much Doctor Who, that's why.
Yeah. and Star Trek.
Yeah. I mean, I'll always obviously, have a soft spot for Star Trek, but I feel like this was a really, really good show. Highly recommend.
Yeah, highly recommend. Boldly written. And I felt Mandy, you're the Dexter fan, Mum, because I've not watched the original 8. Yeah. This felt fresh to me. And it felt fresh and it felt vibrant. So, and it's got to get a 10 off me, because I thought it's fantastically written. Really, no complaints. Amanda?
Yeah, 10 as well.
Grant, what are you going to give us out of 10?
I'll give it a 10.
Hey, look at that, full house! Yeah! Right.
No, I'll have to watch it. It does sound really good. So, yeah.
Oh, it's always dark. It's very dark, Grant.
Yeah.
A bit dark.
Dark is good.
Yeah, you better make sure, Grant, you're tucked up in bed when you're watching it, right?
Mini Dalek.
Your mini Dalek protects you, right? So now we're going to go from one extreme to the other now. Next one's another Grant solo one. But before we do that, I don't know, Grant, did I send you a link over? Because I have things I've forgotten this month. Somebody sent over to me on Facebook the other day. Obviously, Grant's going to talk about the Naked Gun remake in a minute with Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Somebody sent this to me. Leslie Nielsen and George C. Scott, before they did the original Naked Gun 33 and the Third and Final Insult, actually appeared in one of the WrestleManias for wrestlers of WWE. We're running around hunting the Undertaker. Did I send you this?
No, you've not sent it to me yet.
You've got to send it. You've got to see that. Yeah. I'll send it to you. It's about 6 minutes.
That's amazing.
Really, really funny. But I did hear a really good story about that before you go to your film. Was George C. Scott played the sidekick in it. Actually, was brought on the set without Vince McMahon knowing about it. So he's giving just Leslie Nielsen. And Leslie Nielsen turned around and said to Vince McMahon, George is short and he's running in bad times. Can I bring him on? And he can have half my fee. And what they went and did was they went and paid him the exact same fee to paying Leslie Nielsen. Out of kindness. So I thought, it's really funny. It's really, really funny. I'll send it to you, that. So, right, Grant. How was it for you then, the remake?
Well, basically with the Naked Gun remake, when they first announced it, I was like, "This is such a bad idea," because from Seth MacFarlane producing it, Family Guy, which I'm not a Family Guy person. I don't find it funny, whatever. So I was like, his sense of humor with something. Naked Gun films, like some of my favorite films of all time. So the first one is like one of my favorite comedies of all time. So I love the first one, and I've got the TV show as well on DVD because I used to love that as a kid. So I've loved it. So I'm a huge fan of Naked Gun. So the idea of it, but then I do love Liam Neeson because obviously he's Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon Jinn, and I loved it. I love him in the Taken films. I've always loved Liam Neeson, and I think he can do deadpan quite well. So I thought, okay, it might be a chance. But then I heard it was written. It wasn't Seth MacFarlane wasn't that mad involved with it. It was more written by the people who did the Lonely Island, that kind of comedy songs from SNL, which I'm not a big fan of either, really. So I was kind of a bit worried.
Not doing very well here, are you?
Yeah, yeah. So I went in with like no expectations, but I did find myself laughing quite a lot during the film. And there's one bit in the middle which I was in heaven at. You need to watch it, but there's a bit where, do you know, in the first film they have the montage of them getting together.
Oh yes.
They kind of, it's basically beat for beat the kind of same similar story plots. So they have that in this one, but this is really fun. What happens in it is really fun. I don't want to spoil it, but because it's not in any of the trailers or anything, but it's really good. And you when you see it, you'll know what bit because it's very silly what happens in it, and that's all I could talk about when I left the cinema.
The gag that got me was, and Beth, have you seen this film or the trailer to this film?
No, I don't think so. Oh, I might have watched the trailer, but
yeah. Grant, tell the Beth and Amanda about this scene in the beginning of the trailer when a little girl walks in and suddenly becomes Nelson.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like him.
Yeah, he takes his mask off and he goes, "Oh, your ass" or something, and then he just and then punches them all. But it's quite funny because he does like get someone's gun and just like eats it and then spits a bullet out their face and all that. It's really silly, but there is there is loads of like that kind of heat. Like there's a bit at the beginning as well when they're trying to see a dead body, but then to get the car out of the valley, they use one of those those cranes you get in arcade machines, to get like that comes out the guy controlling that. So it's all kind of silly humor, which I'm really into. So the whole film, I'd say, was. Yeah, so it was actually like I laughed a lot. The whole cinema was laughing. I laughed quite a lot during the film, and it was like obviously it's not a patch on the originals, but it was still like a worthy, it was better than I was expecting, and it was a worthy entry. It was fun. So yeah,
was Priscilla Presley in it?
There's a cameo of her.
I thought I heard about that. I did. She must be about 200 by now.
No, she looked good. To be fair, it was quite funny. Like they just see that because there's a bit at the end in the final act where he's at a mixed martial art event. In the first one, there's that baseball event where they're going on. This time they've put it to like a mixed martial event. The mixed martial art event that they're trying to get the baddie stop the bomb going off. But no, you'll like it. I mean, like the actual like device that is kind of like it's like a device that turns everyone into like zombie, like kind of feral people that eats people. But
are you listening, Amanda? Are you listening here? They mentioned the
my
zombies.
ears plugged up then.
But the actual like machine is called. It's got an acronym of PLOT, so it's like plot device. It's called the plot device. So they have to get the plot device, So yeah, it's stuff like that. But no, it was really fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was the only thing is it didn't have that bit, with the police car. They did that bit at the beginning with the police car.
Oh, it's not in it. Oh
no, they have it at the end, but it's like a flashback to like the previous ones. But no, the actual opening titles are they do something different with the opening titles. It's quite funny.
I'll watch it at some point. I will watch it.
I don't want to say much more because I think a lot of it's not in the trailers, which is some of the funniest stuff. So yeah.
Amanda,
I think if you like the trailers, there's funnier bits in it. But yeah, the bit in the middle, you'll know it's in a Christmas setting, so it's a bit like Santa versus
Predator.
It's got a Christmas feel to it. But yeah, once you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but that scene was absolutely amazing. So that's what made me give it a thumbs up for me. But yeah, I did enjoy it.
Right, Amanda, is there anything you want to ask Grant?
Yeah, when I first heard this was coming out, I thought it was good. Like the jokes were going to be a bit outdated. Did you think they were more up to date, or were they outdated still?
A little bit. It was more like sexual humor, it was a bit cruder. I felt this one was a bit, but yeah, I think what was good about it was it was still in the kind of similar mold to the kind of old sense of humor. So yeah, it was. There's no what was it? There's no like beaver gags or anything like that, but there is a stuffed beaver like in the corner. You see it at one point, so there's like a little nod to it in the film. Yeah. So that was quite cool. But no, yeah, it's more silly humor. So yeah, it's not there's not much of there's no like sexist tropes or anything like that, and it's more like it's just silly humor.
Good. Beth, is there anything you want to ask Grant?
No, not really. Sounds a bit mad and weird and wonderful.
Yeah, well, I think you'll survive because we went with me and my friend brought his friend with us, and she's never seen a Naked Gun film, and she left.
Tell her to go watch the original, right? And no, the original
went,
TV series even better.
She didn't laugh once, and she just went, "That was very silly." That's what she said. That's everything with it. Yeah, it was very silly.
Come on, have a sense of humour.
Right.
I know, but yeah.
Beth, for Grant Master, I do have a question for you. What is the link between Star Trek and what's the original TV series called, Grant? What's it Naked Gun? Police Squad. What is the link between Police Squad and Naked and Star Trek?
Do they both have something to do with Gene Roddenberry? Or am I?
I'm not that I'm aware of.
No.
Grant, do you know what the link is?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think.
It's a good question. The reason I know this is my brother made me bloody watch his drunk once. He sticks in my bloody head.
Oh, it's Is William Shatner in it? I don't think.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
Now
he's
what?
one of the maybe one of the actors.
What happens with that program is, and you remember this, Grant, the Police Squad, they used to have special guest star at the beginning of it. They come in for 5 seconds and get shot dead.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, now I remember now. Yeah.
Just absolutely brilliant. And you can see like he was in on the gag on that one. I remember at the time. God.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, Grant, is there anything else you want to add, mate, about this for me?
No, it's good. I recommend it. I say it's a good fun film. It's I'm glad they made it, but it just the nostalgia for the original one is too strong. Really, it's still they'll never top that, but it was still good fun.
Brilliant. Okay, what are you going to give out of 10 then, mate?
I'll give it 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah, that's fine. It's worth watching straight away.
Yeah,
right.
It's a comedy that was funny, and that's all you need, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
so.
We've got 4 programs left to do, so I think it's good time for us to take a little break. So when we come back in 2 shakes of the dice, we're going to have a 4-person rant about Wednesday season 2.
Well, I loved it.
Me too. I'm so organised. I like a good 4-person rant, right? So people are wondering, we're not doing rants off Grant yet tonight, so that's a rarity, isn't it? So
Yeah.
We will see you on 2 shakes of the dice, folks.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Not the TV guide.
Not the TV guide.
Not the TV guide.